I watched Brene Brown's video about vulnerability, and I have always loved Brene Brown. I've never read any of her books, but I've watched her videos a lot, and it literally just feels like a therapy session just watching her speak. So I wrote down a lot of things that stuck out to me, and the first thing that really spoke to me was stories are just data with a soul, because as someone in psychology and social work who is kind of research oriented, it really makes sense of a lot of what I do. And then something else that I found really important was that when she said the ability to feel connected is neurobiologically our purpose. It's why we're here. We need to feel connected to others. And just that idea of shame and how people who have a strong sense of love and belonging only feel that because they feel like they're worthy of it. So the only difference between people who don't feel that love and belonging and who do is just if you feel worthy of it, which really speaks to me, and I'm sure it speaks to everyone in their entire life. All you have to do is just be able to feel vulnerable and be comfortable and say, I do deserve love and belonging, and having the courage to be imperfect, like Brene Brown said, is just so important. Sorry about my dog. And something that was really interesting as well was that the people who had that strong sense of feeling like they deserve love and feeling like they deserve belonging is that they believe that being vulnerable is necessary, and it's what makes you beautiful. Everybody has to be vulnerable, and it's necessary, and you have to embrace that and think of it as something that's beautiful. And another thing that really stuck out to me, which I think about a lot, is that you can't practice compassion with other people until you treat yourself kindly, which is something that I think a lot of people talk about and think about, you have to love yourself before you love others. And just hearing that from Brene Brown really just stuck out to me, because it's all just about being vulnerable, being comfortable with yourself, and then you can feel that love and compassion from other people and that sense of belonging and connectedness, which is so hard, especially in college and COVID and all of that. It's just so necessary to be vulnerable, ask someone out. Anything like that is just it's necessary, and it's a beautiful part of life. There's an element of surprise to it, and it can be exciting if that's the way you frame it. And rather than numbing vulnerability as we do as a society, it's really important just to embrace that and to think about how beautiful it is that, we have the chance to be vulnerable with people around us, people we love, and that is the exact thing that gives us that sense of belonging and love and connectedness.